Hi everyone, and welcome to week 2. This is the week that we get to conduct our course reviews with Oscar, and I am excited, as you can tell. I really love course reviews for a number of reasons, not the least of which is, as an instructional designer, every time I get to look at somebody else's course design, I get new ideas. So for that reason alone, a course review is gold to me. Also, because I'm a big fan of continual improvement, anytime I can be a part of that process or support that process or that idea of continual improvement, well, that's just icing on the cake to me. All right, so we are, as I said, doing course reviews, and I thought I would share my process with you. Now, this is my process. Yours might look a little different, but you might see something I do that you want to incorporate into your own process. All right. So my process starts with just prepping the rubric. And in our case, that means going to the readings, selecting a course that we are going to review. I'm going to do English Comp. And requesting the rubric. Okay. So there's your steps here for that. All right, so I have requested the rubric and I'm going to familiarize myself with it. Now, if you do reviews on a routine, that is daily or a couple times a week basis, this process is fairly quick and easy. But if you only do a couple of reviews a semester or a quarter, then it's really useful to refamiliarize yourself with the rubric. In our case, we've got a course profile, a tab where we fill out some basic information. Then we have our tab where we do our ID reviews, the tab where the faculty do their reviews, and any other reviewer tab, and then the action plan. Now, what's great about this rubric, SUNY did a fantastic job, is when you fill out information here, let's say I say that this needs some minor revision and I give some ideas for how to improve. Okay. When I add that here on my review, it automatically gets added here in the action plan, along with a running total of how much time is estimated to fix this course. Fantastic, right? All right. And when the faculty adds their notes, they'll go over there to the action plan and the reviewer. All right. So really great stuff here. Something else, all of the sheets can be accessed here if you're not seeing them. All right. Be careful of this one unless you know what you're doing, because that makes all the magic happen. All right. And then another thing, familiarizing ourselves with this rubric, all of these standards have notes, and if you hover over them, you're going to get more information about that particular standard. And bonus, over here, links to ideas for how to implement the standard. So everything kind of all in one place to help you with these course reviews. Like I said, SUNY is awesome. All right, so there's my prep and my kind of refamiliarization with the rubric. Now, my next step involves a few things. First of all, initial kind of impressions of the course before I even start trying to rubricize it. I just want to get a feel for how this course feels to me. The reason is twofold. One, initial impressions can subconsciously really impact how somebody approaches a course. And so capturing our initial impressions can really be helpful. Like, oh, is the course inviting, or was I lost just immediately? What are your initial feelings? Another reason why I like to just capture my initial impressions is I have a hard time, any of us that have worked in a particular LMS for quite some time, we have a really hard time getting our minds back to, let's call them the beginner mind. If you're reviewing a course for an undergraduate class, you might have students who've never been in the LMS before, ever. So things that you tend to overlook immediately, or just are so used to because you're used to the environment, these are things that a beginner, a new to the LMS environment kind of person, they might trip them up. So this is just a reminder to me, hey, Bethany, put your beginner mind back in your head, or try. It's really challenging, okay? So my first impressions, not only inviting and beginner mind, but, you know, is it clear and obvious where to go first? And then I like to scan the course and note the structure of the course. Then, and only then, do I start reviewing, making a plan to how I'm going to approach that review of the course, because you'll find that as you go through, like course technology, or course overview, some of this stuff is in the syllabus, and then some is other places in the course, and then course technology, we're back at the syllabus again, and then other places, and then design and layout, we're back at the syllabus again, or maybe other documents. So it's really good to understand like the structure of the course so you can more easily go through this review process without like driving yourself crazy. Okay? So that is my first, or my process. And, you know, English comp as my initial impressions, for example, just a few notes. Some courses that you're reviewing, they might have already run through, and so this is at week 7. So my initial impressions, I would have to go here and start here with what are my initial impressions. Okay? And anyway, so that's my process. The point of this video is not to actually review the course, it's just to tell you the process that I go through. So I think that I have done that well without going too long of a video, or having too long of a video. All right. So in my next one, we will take a look at another part of the process. Okay, thanks.